So I'll try again. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Are you ready for surprises?
Yeah. No.
Because I'm here to deliver one to you. How many of you understood our previous idea? Oh, we have actual people that understood it. Here's the thing. During our customer interviews, we find out that our previous idea haven't got the level of problem that we needed. People actually have got another big pain. So we decided that we can change it and go to an idea which is a solution for a bigger problem. And this is how we came up with Founders Pub. And Founders Pub is helping entrepreneurs finding their right co-founder, because they have trouble finding the person who they can start a business and creating the great ideas that they have. Our solution is mobile app, which is a bridge between technical and business co-founders. And let me present you Jane and Joe. Jane is a business co-founder. She is visionary. She has great entrepreneurship spirit and a lot of experience in marketing. She wants to create a great idea in the digital startup area. And she needs a support, and she needs the right co-founder to actually make that idea. So she registered and creating profile in Founders Pub. On the other side, Joe, who is technical co-founder and also have a lot of ideas, but haven't got the experience to deliver such thing to the market, is creating his profile. How they met? When Jane starts searching for a co-founder, she'll going to see the information that Joe provides, which is one-line presentation about him as an entrepreneur, his venture areas of interest, his skills, and his values. This information will give her the chance to say, yes, I want to work with you. So Joe will have the chance to also approve her, and at the end, they'll start making the conversation and creating their idea together. And Jane and Joe are our two main customers. People with different backgrounds having the same thing that they want. Creating a great venture. So, the team who is going to deliver this, we have experience in entrepreneurship, marketing, and founding businesses. So we understood the problems of finding the right co-founder, the problems and the difficulties sometimes to actually understand and having the right person next to you. Our business model is based on basic, let's say, program and a premium program. And the basic program covers the main functionalities: profile, standard search, and messaging. And if you want to be more seen on the market of Founders Pub, you have a premium profile. You can be among the recommended candidates, you can see recommended candidates, prioritizing listing, you can view the list of people that see your profile, and advanced filtering. Our strategy, first of all, we have two main things that we need to cover as resources: the technical development of the app and the marketing. The milestones that we need to cover in the first 2 years are building the prototype, an MVP that is going to give us a chance to understand the market better. After that, launching our beta and start generating the critical mass of users that will going to make the snowball effect, and we can actually go to the actually become a big player on that market. And based on our strategy analysis and our financial projections, we're going to break even in the second year. If we look at the market, we have 400 million entrepreneurs in the world, and this is based on Global Entrepreneurship Monitor created here at Babson. And approximately 34 million are the entrepreneurs here in the United States. We want to focus on United States because here the ecosystem is most developed. There's a lot of people who want to start their idea and they have the great environment to do that. But because there's a lot of, it's really crowded space, they need to find the right person. It is not that easy. The number 47,000 is a number of right now actively looking for co-founded people online, which is based on the number of the users of the two main competitors that we have, which are Co-Founders Swap and Founders Dating. Here's the thing, all these four websites has users that are now looking, but as you can see from the market, 47,000 out of 34 million is a very small number, which means that right now they have advantage that are early on the market, but we can easily take a piece of this market because this is a trend and this is an emerging trend which we can go and grab our piece of the market. So what's our differentiation? First of all, we are focused only on digital entrepreneurs. In the other websites, you're having plenty of people, but most of them have completely different profiles. So it will be really hard to find the right person that you need. The second thing is this makes the process faster and easier. You need a technical co-founder, we get it. You need a business co-founder, we get it. We want to be mobile-based because, as we know, the internet usage is going to be more and more mobile. So we want to start early on that trend. And one important thing is credibility. We understand that people want to know more and want to have trustworthy information about their potential co-founders. So what we're going to do, first of all, every user needs to be invited by someone who is already in the network, which will give us a chance to have accounting on the people that are going to the app. Also, endorsement and recommendations, so you can see what the other thinks about your potential co-founder. And based on that, on our entry strategy, we need a key partners. The key partners that we're going to provide the early mass of people, the early adopters. And these are accelerators, incubators, places like Math Challenge that are providing that kind of network of startups already. Also business clubs, startup organizations, and universities. Because one target group that we see as potential users are people that have these skills but not already established themselves as entrepreneurs. So university students could be also a good target group in the future. So this is Founders Pub, the right place to find the co-founder that will help you to create your great idea. Thank you very much.
So that was a very confident and clear presentation, and you know, just direct. I mean, presentation skills just really have moved on. That was really good. I also thank you and congratulations on a pivot. We always cheer for pivots. That's really important. And so, how many people did you actually talk to?
17.
17 people. And where were they and who were they?
Some of them were in Bulgaria, some of them were part of this group, and some of them are here in America from the Summer Venture program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think, you know, the talking to people is what led to this new idea.
Yeah.
So I do have a couple of questions. I'm still not really understanding how you make money. Could you just talk about that for a second?
Our main idea is to have a premium and a basic package.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
It's only subscription. That's it.
For right now, this is the model that competitors use, and the model that LinkedIn, for example, use, which we see as a good example of our business model right now.
Okay.
So we are sticking with it at the beginning.
You're going to want to explore that. I'm sorry, just because the competitors are using that model, you may want to really dig in and decide whether or not that is the best way. You know, granted, the advantage of subscription is regular revenues, all this kind of thing, but I'm imagining if I'm a founder, once I find my match, then why would I want to pay the subscription anymore? And so I don't know that, I'm just not sure about that. Maybe it's an advantage, but you want to dig in and find out whether people really need, you know, more than one, you know, team member, whether, I'm just not, I'm a little fuzzy on that. Secondly, there was a big, huge assumption built in, and this may be just an understanding of the data. So if 34 million people in the United States started businesses, you have to remember at least 80% of those are solo, self-employed, meaning they will never hire anybody and never work with anybody. So that's a really optimistic number.
Yeah.
The 47,000 is probably a better number, but that's still pretty small. And so it's not 34 million. At best, it's 80% of that. And so the size of the market has to be something that's really figured out. And so that may mean that you're going to have to think about exactly, you know, and again, are those 47,000 only digital entrepreneurs? I don't know. So great progress, but still some work to do here.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, again, I congratulate you on coming up with this idea from where I left you yesterday. It's pretty well thought out. I think now what you have to do is you have a new hypothesis.
Exactly.
And now next week you have to test this hypothesis, and where better to do it than in San Francisco. I'm not that familiar with you know, whether or not there are issues with founders meeting each other. Right? I mean, most of the companies I've ever funded, the people knew each other. They had worked together before. You know, it's a little bit like putting together a rock and roll band when you're in high school, right? I mean, who knows a good guitar player and who knows a good saxophone player, and you kind of piece it together like that. So the question I have is, it's an interesting concept. Are there, you know, what problem is it really solving, and is the market going to be big enough to make it big and interesting? I'd never heard of the two competitors, right? So the question is you know, I would spend a little bit of time trying to figure out how long they've been around and how they're doing.
From 2011.
Sorry?
From 2011.
Yeah, and how are they doing as companies?
They're
Going with good percentage, but they're still having just a few users.
So spend some more time trying to find out more about them and the models they're using and who they're catering to and the like. And I think that'll help you kind of tweak the offering a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, one thought that occurred to me while you were presenting is that, you know, the idea of matching talents with companies, you know, just leaving aside the corporate world because that's a hiring thing. But the other area where there could be, you might explore, is I'm thinking about nonprofit boards are oftentimes looking for board members, and they have trouble identifying potential pools of talent. I don't know if there's anybody that does that. I mean, I've been on several nonprofit boards where we'll say, we need a really good lawyer. Nobody knows the lawyer that's had experience in that thing. And,
yeah.
And so sometimes people bring people on nonprofit boards because they know them, but they're not the right talent. And so it might be that there's another sector to look at. And so I throw that out, just maybe it's not the right one perhaps, but it's just there's other places where this model might work. So, yeah,
I mean, I talked to a lot of I have a lot of the things that you just said. I have the same questions. Yeah.
It's a new idea for you. I think there's some questions. So when you say connecting, then it's just similar to what both have said. If your partner is out looking for partners, that's a very broad definition of what the problem is. And I think some more research will help you understand what is it. Is it really that they're looking for specific technical skills and can't find it? Is it that they're looking for somebody in their geography? Are they looking for, what is it that they're looking for? Why is this need there? But lots of room for more research to
Absolutely.
Yeah, one other thought on that is advisors. Because sometimes startup teams, particularly student startup teams, don't have the right advisors. And so maybe, and there are lots of people, it's kind of like, you know, we have something called Service Corps of Retired Executives here in the US. And those advisors are free, it's a governmental organization. And so entrepreneurs can go to those advisors for information. Sometimes younger teams don't have access to, like, think about who could advise you that you would really like to talk about. And so maybe that's a sector that you could look at, is expert advisors in technology, and people sort of sign up. I don't know, there's some other possibilities for what you're thinking about. So, but great job of, you know, pushing this through and really thinking through, you know, kind of getting your hands dirty with talking to people and moving it into an area that has much more potential than when you started. So
You could have very easily folded your tent and gone home
Yeah,
today.
and you did.
I'm
You
really
pushed it
impressed
through.
with the fact that you pushed it to another idea.
yeah, and that's really, really good, really, really good learning. You may not feel that way right now, but when you look back on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.